north of the Broad. Megan Morris has joined us. She's the president and CEO of the Beaufort Regional Chamber of Commerce. They had a big event on February the 28th. It was the State of the Community. Megan, you're here with all the results.
Yes,
Good to have
it
you on
was.
the show.
Thank you for having me to share information. It was a great event. The Chamber has 5 signature events here in the Beaufort region that we serve every year. So this one is very unique, and it's where we give an economic update on some key demographics in our region that we feel would be helpful for businesses to know, and especially for our partners who are serving in leadership and government capacities, because economic data is one of the considerations on public policy. So we think it's a real well-rounded effort to put it on.
So let's go through some of those demographics,
Sure.
all right, and give us some of the findings.
Well, we stuck to 4 key categories this year. The first is population, and out of the 4 districts, the census districts in our region, north of Broad River between Yemassee and Fripp Island, 92% of our region lives in the Beaufort, Port Royal, Ladies Island areas. 92% of our population. So I found that to be very interesting.
That's 90, that's a lot.
92%. And our region, all 4 of those districts north of Broad, are growing. And they've been growing about 1.1% the past few years. We're projecting that to be about 0.5% over the next 4 to 5 years.
All right.
Which is very interesting to folks.
Exactly. We know we're growing for sure.
Yes.
And what about age? Let's see, what do you have next?
No, age is an interesting demographic because a lot of businesses in our area, they need more
young,
skilled workers to meet the needs. But the age demographics for our region show us some challenges we're having and some trends that maybe aren't going in the right direction if we want to build up our workforce.
Right.
So we have a high population of 18 to 24-year-olds, and that reflects the military base presence here. And then we have a very high, and the fastest growing segment is 65 and over.
Right.
And where we're lagging state average, unfortunately, is in those prime workforce ages. So those are indicators that we could do better to create more job opportunities here, perhaps jobs with higher wages, so that folks in those prime workforce ages can afford the cost of living that comes with being in this beautiful, wonderful place.
Right. All right. How about one more?
Oh, one more. Let's end on labor force, which is a nice tie-in.
Yes.
We've had civilian labor force increasing every year, which is nice, and unemployment's only around 4%. So we're still seeing a very tight labor market. A little concerning is that 74% of employers in our region are working in the services industry, which includes healthcare and hospitality. So we have to make sure we're striving to achieve a balance there when it comes to job opportunities for our labor force.
And I know there's a move afoot with many organizations to diversify the industries and the businesses and the companies that are coming into the area, for sure.
Absolutely. And it's important we're all partners and working on that. And right now I would say, you know, those relationships are strong, and we see progress happening in the future.
Good. Now, I know you had some presentations on healthcare and also on housing. And then you had some governmental leaders that answered questions. We have about a minute left. What would you like to touch on?
We carefully constructed that agenda that day to go beyond the economic numbers we've presented in the past, because we wanted everyone to have a chance to see how this sort of shifting and trends that we're seeing affect key sectors within our community. So the Beaufort Jasper Housing Trust presented on housing specifically, gave folks a lot of information about the state of housing in our area, which has some challenges. Russell Baxley with the Beaufort Memorial Hospital, he's CEO there. He gave really he built a lot of understanding around the challenges, the headwinds that healthcare is facing, and the things that they're doing here locally to improve that effort. And then we were grateful a local leader from Port Royal, City of Beaufort, and Beaufort County answered some questions.
Answered the questions.
To round out the day.
So it was a good day.
It was a great day.
All right. And all this information that Megan has talked about will be on your website. Is that correct?
That's right.
All right. Thank you, Megan Morris, who's the president and CEO of the Beaufort Regional Chamber of Commerce, giving us an update from the state of our community. Thank you, Megan.
Thank you very much.